Supposed to say, I
We
need to
done
adjourn. She walks in.
Okay. It's like the guy who orders lunch, he doesn't get the special, and just as his dinner, his lunch comes, everybody stands up, you know?
You gonna be okay being on the left? Left-handed. Oh, okay. You're supposed to say, I'm always on the left.
Sorry if you're out of place. All right, you have everything, everyone received it in the mail, right? I don't need to take any other copies.
No,
And
and
there's a lot.
that's, thank you for bringing that out.
So you're all set?
Okay, well. Is anybody online? Jane
I
had mentioned,
It's just live streamed.
oh, okay. Oh, you don't know. Okay. Okay, because Jane had mentioned that she wanted to at least see it. But she's there. Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening. This is the Historic Preservation Commission meeting for September. We only have a few items on the agenda, so pardon us. The minutes from May 14th, which was our last meeting. Oh. Everyone should have received that by mail and had a chance to read through it. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes? Move, second.
Yeah.
Okay, any further discussion, corrections?
No,
Okay, and then all in favor, indicate aye.
I,
Any opposed? None? Another perfect set of meeting minutes. Yeah. Okay, so we have 105 Brooklia Drive, exterior renovation. Yeah, you're Alicia?
Alyssa.
Alyssa, okay, sorry about that.
That's
Alyssa,
okay.
and your architect.
Yes, yes.
I didn't catch the name on the,
Yeah, my name is Alvaro. Alvaro.
oh, Alvo, okay.
Alvaro.
Alvaro.
Sign in sheet.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully it stays in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so before you go, make sure you sign in, but I tried to listen to the live stream of the planning board. I
Uh-huh.
was like, I didn't quite get that.
Yeah,
so-
Alvaro.
Okay, Alvaro, welcome.
Thank you.
And what we typically do is give you an opportunity to present the idea, what you're trying to accomplish.
Mhm.
And we can drill down into the detail as
Sure.
much as you want to present, and then we will review it and give some guidelines.
Yeah.
As I understand, just to start it off, the property doesn't fall within the historic boundaries of the historic district. But
Correct.
it is now under the same ownership
Yeah.
as the corner property. So
Yeah.
therefore,
Issue or question.
yeah,
Okay.
yep. So therefore, it is in the district by virtue of it having been combined with the old Pascal's project, or now Abacole's.
Mhm.
So this is good in a lot of ways. We have reviewed Chloe's Closet, we reviewed the signage, and we've reviewed Kyoko's signage back in the day, because the planning board will routinely pass on projects to us for review when it's in close proximity to the district.
Mhm.
So we're familiar with the building, we've been there before, but the last time was in 2003.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and I've been here since 1995, so I would have remembered. So go ahead and kind of bring us up to speed on what you have in mind.
Yeah, so we're looking to open a cafe bagel shop. So it's going to be homemade bagels, homemade pastries, artisan coffee, and just kind of creating a hangout spot in the village. And we want to remodel the front and get rid of the barn facade it currently has and just bring it back to the original shape of the building and just make it really nice and clean, add some wood accents and whatnot.
Okay, anything else on that?
No, I mean, so as you can see, we have like that's the idea of it as a whole, but if you want to get into details of what we're doing to the outside, we're gonna do everything wood paneled. So it's gonna be wood paneled windows. The window to the right, which is Chloe's closet, will be a fixed window. And then to the left, if you looked at the diagram, it's gonna be a bifold window. So
Mhm.
people can sit on either side of it and it'll just kind of create an openness, as
Mhm.
people are walking by. It'll kind of feel, I don't know. Yeah, so we have that, and then the doors we're changing as well, just to wooden doors. The awning, we're keeping the same dimensions of the awning in terms of how far out it goes and whatnot, but we're just changing the shape of it. It'll just be a square box. And it'll be the same color as the ephes on the face of the building.
Okay. Do you
Yeah,
wanna add,
if
Alvaro?
I'm, no, you should be an architect. She did a great explanation here. No, the whole idea of this is, if you look at it, the next building, you see some elements of a cornice on
Oh,
the
yeah.
right and also on the left. So it seems to me that this just based on the architecture, they use maybe was 70s, 60s, this type of barn design. The whole idea was to have more simplicity, but not only that, they're just trying to kind of emulate some of those cornices and transferring in a more contemporary way. Put it here to match
Mhm.
kind of the facade. That's it.
Thank you for mentioning that, because that was in my notes to talk about. What's that? Okay, yes.
That's gonna bring that whole elevation in.
Down, more
Sit
scale.
down.
Yeah.
I know there's a knee brace behind there too.
Uh,
Change the front of that,
yeah,
which is okay. I'm just
I'm sure that we,
making.
when we start on the
observation.
construction thanks for letting us know. Yeah, there's a parapet in there. And we're gonna analyze that one because now we need to see the drainage and all that stuff, which way and all that stuff, so you don't pour all the water, to the street.
Mhm.
But also definitely we need to see the condition because the parapet, I don't know how well has been maintained and all that stuff. That's something that's gonna be addressed during the construction documents at that phase. But it's gonna come, the scale's gonna come down. You can see here, it's the parapet is somewhere in there along that way.
Yeah.
Here. Actually, there's a picture on the side, right here. You just see it, you can see that difference.
You're welcome to bring it over. to
Yeah.
if you wish.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, copies of.
Yeah,
Guys are-
you can see here, you can see the parapet,
Mhm.
it's kind of backward, so it's difficult
Yeah.
for me, but you can see the parapet here in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a knee brace kind of built right in that's membrane.
Exactly, yeah.
Just to keep it from.
Yeah, we have to make sure that we check the condition because now's the chance to look into those things.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, I was concerned about that too. I took this photo today. And you can just get an indication of where it kicks up
Yeah.
from the flat roof.
Yeah, there's a parapet here that's actually goes, the EV goes flat.
Yeah.
Looks like that. So the idea when we cut it and we put the cornice,
Mhm.
we need to analyze that and see, we need to have some type of brackets or how we're gonna resolve
And
that.
I know
But it
how,
has to go smooth, right?
I know how challenging it is, and I did some research.
Mhm.
And when we did I didn't want to bring literally a 4-inch file, the building on the corner. They did do some research themselves and found these two photos. If
That's
you're interested in what it was historically,
Oh, wow.
you can kind of get
Yeah,
a
that's-
sense right here in the stereo.
That's 100 Brooklyn?
Yep, and then, so this would have been
That's
your
a building?
building. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
It was
it's in the corner.
originally a 2-story building.
Oh, it was a
Wow.
two-story.
I'm not sure why it
Became one story.
became 1 story. But I do concur that the barn shape is unique
It's
and
unique. This
not,
has to-
not
It's not
really.
original. Now, the idea is when we do that now, and now that I'm looking at this, if I think there's a wall, maybe we will continue the corner, so there's a continuation. When you wrap it up, I
Yeah.
think will look nicer.
So
Did you-
like my big concern is exactly what you brought up,
Mhm.
is matching some of the datums, the cornice lines
Yep.
and the detail from the adjacent buildings,
Mhm.
so there's a visual continuity.
Yep.
I think that would be very important, and what's lacking here is the detail of the adjacent building, which is literally butted up to it.
Yeah,
And I think that will clue us in on exactly what should happen or how that's gonna, you know, I think the general concept we can discuss, and I want to get past that. But when it gets down to the detail, there's a little bit more work that.
Yeah,
needs to be done.
yeah, it was a very short turnaround, those
You
drawings.
said
I
3
apologize
days,
for
if
that
I
one.
remember.
2-3 days, that
Yeah.
was a quick turnaround, and AutoCAD is,
We call that a charrette.
exactly. But the idea is in the next drawing, where you're gonna have the elevation, that it can be some type of level where you can show the building on the right.
I did some research and on the building on the corner, these were the dimensions they used for it. So from the sidewalk, it was 7 foot 5.5 inches. And then the awning was an additional 1 foot 10 inches.
Well, that
So
says,
that's
Which building is that? Is that that?
the front of this building. And
this is the,
this is the little closet
Patio.
next to it. So this is not as important as Kyoko's. And unfortunately, nobody has ever drawn Kyoko's
okay,
facade that we could get information from it. But it is a brick building. You could literally count the bricks and kind of get pretty close.
Yeah,
So you can literally see here. You know, that's a very strong datum here.
Mhm.
And maybe hard to say, but
you don't have any, you guys don't have on record any blue lines or anything like that?
No.
This building.
no, I looked. Cause
It
the
must
only
be
thing
at the
we've
beginning of
done,
the center.
I can literally
Right
show
here.
you. These are applications out that district. No, I think no, I did. Chloe's Closet, this was a 03. And then Kyoko's restaurant, and that was what year?
Now, will
98.
that be acceptable to have some,
This is
CAD?
this is what we looked at years
Okay.
ago.
yeah,
And we've gotten more sophisticated.
what about the CAD drawing representing our building, and then the next door maybe has some type of superimposed photo, which is to scale? Is that acceptable?
If it's to scale, sure.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna say you don't need to go through that much effort. But I would measure and kind of
just,
line up.
just the side, just the corner, so you can see that relationship, or,
I would take it as far as you
Yeah.
have here.
okay, I got
So
you.
you'd have the cornice and then you'd have
Yeah, well, those elements,
these datums and then whatever the new is
Yeah.
gonna be. You have it here, but you're not showing
yeah.
that portion.
Right.
So just
I didn't have the extra day.
almost there, yeah, almost there. But I don't see that being a showstopper. I just want to make sure that when this gets built, people don't look at it and go, ah, that was a missed opportunity,
No, I understand that.
you know? So anyway, I'm talking too much. I want the commissioners to,
So the Chloe's Closet, that's hanging in like, whatever, I don't know what that is, plate glass, insulated fixed light, the neighbor there.
Mhm.
You own the building?
yes,
Your sign is above is on the fascia of the projected awning.
yes.
Yeah.
Their signage is going to be where?
So I actually spoke to them the other day and we talked about mimicking the lights on our side to their side. And if they choose to, they can do their own signage, but that is not something that we're gonna go through the motions for. So there will be an opportunity to have the matching sign on the other side for Chloe's Closet or whatever business may be there in the future. But again, they spoke about maybe wanting to follow through with that themselves.
I
But-
worry a
sorry,
little
go ahead.
bit. I'm sorry. I worry a little bit about kicking that down the road because each property only for the planning board has a certain amount of square footage for
For the
signage.
signage.
Yeah, it's
And-
25% of the total, right?
Right, something like that.
Yeah.
Again, that's not our purview,
Mhm.
but I just want to know that there's a balanced approach. Yeah.
Yes, so we are going to balance the lights out that are on the drawing. I spoke
Mhm.
to them about it. I spoke to my father about it. So in the next drawings, it'll reflect that those gooseneck lights that are on there will be balanced on the other side. And again,
Yeah.
because they're a separate business, it'll be up to them to get that signage on the awning if they choose to.
The- Yeah, the goosenecks, we have approved elsewhere. I can't remember exactly. So the idea of a gooseneck doesn't offend me, but to have the goosenecks that are not really illuminating a sign and are a further projection from the projected awning.
Mhm.
So your awning is coming out, I think, what, 2'6"?
It's
And
about
then
2'6",
the
yeah.
goosenecks come out another 18 inches. I just, got this thing called the property line. We can't go beyond that. And I think the 18 inches was the height, not the projection.
Yeah, the problem is, no, it's not problem, is we didn't wanna go with the awning too high. In order for us to put that light on top, it will be very high in clearance. The other thing is that maybe can be some type of arms and projected light inwards or something like that. But then you're gonna be encroaching into more inside the property, the sidewalk. At the different level, but you're gonna be, I mean,
Well, what you're showing here is on the awning.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's, again, it's 2'6" plus 18 inches.
So you'd prefer to see something smaller and above?
I think so. Because typically what we've approved in the past was an aid to illuminate a sign that was not self-illuminating.
Right,
You're looking at block letters that would be applied
yeah,
to the
they
the
wouldn't be
awning.
self-illuminated.
Yeah, so this would illuminate that in a, I think, somewhat appropriate way.
But because we go on the awning to the property line, any light is gonna overhang inside. 'Cause we're replacing the awning that's like a 2'6", so it's gonna be replaced right at the property line. Any light, bracket, hanging or anything, is gonna project a little bit to the outside.
Yeah, that's true. Greg made a good point. Something like that, you can always get a variance. with
Yeah.
ZBA.
Yeah, because it's gonna be high on
Yeah.
the high level.
If this was the city of Syracuse, I'd say forget it because they are just sticklers.
You think a variance would be needed if it goes beyond? the
If it goes
property line?
beyond the property line, any obstruction into the public way.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't know. It's not necessarily. That would be a question for the codes officer because
You
I
talk
don't
to the
know
code
if it's the same,
officer.
if it's, falls under the same considerations as the. Roof itself,
The roof itself would obviously be a
the awning.
not an obstruction, but
It's more.
encroachment.
It's right,
Yeah, so it would be an
It's
encroachment.
permanent structure.
What I could foresee is having a more minimal lights that would be directed on the signage.
mhm.
And that would be a lot less obtrusive
Yeah,
than,
but there's no clearance though.
well,
Unless we go higher, then the proportion between that building and the next is gonna be huge.
I got written up by the city of Syracuse because I had a roof projection
Yeah.
that was within 8'6" of the sidewalk.
Now,
That
you
was
say,
their
you
cutoff.
say you don't like illuminated signage, right?
That would be the first one in the district, to my knowledge.
So I have a,
Rear illumination backlit.
no, that's not what we wanna do, but I can see a solution to what you're saying if we forego the goosenecks and put. Small inconspicuous lights right above
Something
the
like that,
sign
that
that
was
are
the-
more flush to the awning. That would be,
Well, and it would also solve, right now, the lights appear to have no purpose.
right,
because
the hope,
On either
They
side of the
don't,
sign.
they don't appear to be optimized for the purpose of illuminating the sign,
mm-hmm,
so they seem to be extra.
I hear you,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So I would just spend a little more time on that issue. And your last suggestion, there might be a way.
With the spotlights.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
Kind of just a different fixture that doesn't get into the projection problems, but fulfills its task.
yeah, exactly, cause
Okay.
we know we can't have.
Yeah,
anything backlit or anything
No,
like
no.
that, which we wouldn't want to do that anyways.
I think, yeah, you don't want to even try to go there.
No,
It
not
wouldn't
at
look
all.
good anyways in that area.
No, I
The
agree.
the other thing which is not. Well, it may be in our purview, given the ownership of the building.
It is.
Um. Is that the final font for the signage?
no, I didn't put, that's just like an example of,
Okay, a place.
Yeah.
place-
Yeah,
They haven't-
Upland.
they
I think
haven't
that's
submitted the
simplex.
Yeah, well, they didn't
You touched
even,
on it.
they didn't even have
we don't have
the
a
name
name
of
yet,
it.
so.
And we felt that was gonna be at the permit, at the signage permit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
you just you wanna keep in mind the other building,
Yeah. The,
your other building
right,
and the signage, and, you know,
the signs on the awning for Abacoa.
well. not
When you said the other building, you mean next door, right? The next
Kyokos.
adjacent.
Well, Kyoko's and the other building around the corner.
Mhm.
I mean, the black letters, I'm just advocating maybe. I'm glad you said they were a filler.
Yeah,
You know, space.
well, the black, like that literal
I'm just talking
letter,
about font, not talking about colors or anything.
okay, right,
I
right.
think you
Yes.
might wanna,
Yeah, that was just a placeholder. It would be something more simple, like, it honestly depends what we name it, because I think different names
Okay.
look better in different fonts, so. But yeah, that's just a placeholder.
okay, well, I don't know, if you'll have to come back for additional meetings. It sounds like possibly.
yeah, what I heard in the planning board meeting is that you're gonna plan on doing this work in the spring.
Yes, because we are looking to get a grant and as Lori had told me, the grant wouldn't, the
I won't be awarded until later this year.
well, yeah, whether it's awarded or not, she said the contract wouldn't be eligible until the spring, meaning any construction we do outside of that won't be eligible for it, and it's basically the entire exterior aside from the flagstone is covered under that grant. So we wouldn't be doing any of this until the
Is this a
spring.
Main Street redevelopment grant?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm familiar with that.
Mhm.
Well, I was just asking, because that would give you time to revisit the name, obviously the name.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
the look of the sign when you finally choose a font and all that.
Yeah. Our,
And if you brought ideas to us, we'd be more than glad
Yeah.
to look at them.
yeah,
So I guess what I'm pointing to is maybe the solution would be to make a taller awning that would allow you to have a light illuminating a sign below.
I
You want the
think that,
goosenecks, right? You like the gooseneck, you.
I'm not attached to the gooseneck.
Okay.
I think the size of the awning, though, we've thought through more than the goosenecks, and I would
Okay.
prefer to just add a spotlight, something small and inconspicuous that would only flash on, that wouldn't stick
Right.
out. That could be more flush to the awning is the solution that I'm probably will go for.
More minimal,
Something that washes the sign.
Yeah, just like goes right over it and nowhere else.
yeah, and you may find that with the length of the sign, maybe 3 fixtures, smaller fixtures would be
Could be.
appropriate.
Yeah,
Maybe,
whatever we will, honestly, whatever we'll do, we'll have to. 3 on one side, 3 on the other, whatever, just to give opportunity for whoever is on that other side, Chloe's closet, whatever to
Yeah,
put,
you want it to look cohesive. You don't want it to be,
yes,
you know, on the right-hand side, everything looks like an afterthought.
yeah.
That's gonna ruin the appearance of the entire building.
Yeah, so it'll be whatever lights we go, which I'll probably look for a spotlight,
Spotlights.
like I just said,
Mhm.
it'll be evenly spaced across the whole awning, just to make sure that, you know.
do you guys have any standard in town, like any spotlights for signage or anything like?
You can look at what we've approved elsewhere, if they're still in use. 102 Limestone, which is now the barber shop, but it used to be another place and they had 2 small goosenecks illuminating a sign on the facade.
Okay, we can.
There may be a couple others, but
You know where those?
it's mostly residential
Oh,
that we're
residential.
dealing with on this, in the district.
Now, the other possibility is talk to your dad because we use the maximum height of letters that are allowed, which is the 12 inches. We can always maybe reduce that size and give you more flexibility to put something
Right,
that is not gonna be on the way.
Right,
And we,
Clearance.
I think we would have some flexibility, but we need to see it in scale.
Sure.
In relationship with the facade, maybe, and I don't know what my colleagues would say, but picking up this strong datum here, if that was the top of the awning and it would be a little less, maybe these letters want to sit on top of projection.
On top of the parapet, you mean?
Just a
On
thought.
the,
If
only,
they were just block letters and then, it would have. What we're looking for is enough contrast that you would be able to identify the place during the day and at night.
the other concern that I have there is from the support, the overhand support and all that stuff. As you know, we get a tremendous amount of snow here.
Yeah.
We don't wanna be a huge awning that's gonna be a snow catcher. And you're gonna increase the loads and then you have to increase the
Right.
brackets and the reinforcement.
And if the, well, the other
I just
thing
wanna go
is.
lean on that one. I'd rather put those,
Mhm.
Horrible.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll say right now, I think we're pretty set on how the awning is, and the lighting is definitely, as you brought up. The way it is right now doesn't make sense, so I think. The solution for me that I'm kind of set on is the spotlights right on that sign.
Going the opposite direction, what if the signage was recessed into the awning? So that you could have some lights directly above.
embedded like a recess
Yeah.
inwards, okay.
If you
That's
picture
a-
frame it out and inset it.
Yeah, that's something that we
That's
could
not a bad idea,
look
actually.
into, yeah.
That's not a bad idea. And it gives you some a little shade in there.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that might be a creative
Make
solution.
like a frame inwards. But
Um,
definitely you need to have your name so we know how big that is.
Yeah, it'll,
And again, we'd want to balance it with Chloe's closet or
Right.
whoever that is. So maybe the indent is a regular shape and then the signage could be
Sure.
whatever it needs to be.
yeah.
Symmetry.
Yeah, just to kind of create a symmetrical gesture. But the other thing I react to with the awning projection is there's an indication of trying to trim it out
Mhm.
with some historic looking
Sure,
trim.
sure.
I like that, again, because it sticks out, what's it, 2'6". We probably, want to see what the end would look like.
Yeah,
Probably
we're
mimic
gonna put some trim.
The
there.
trim on the.
So
on
it's
the
not
front.
just flat.
Yeah.
Well, it's about the frame. When we make the frame of the picture, we can.
Right,
Recess.
Are you talking about the material for the trim?
yeah,
It'll
well,
be wood.
it would be wood,
Yes,
okay.
it'll be, every detail will be wood to
Yeah.
keep it in line with the windows, the doors.
And it's probably worth mentioning, we're not as restrictive as the Landmark Commission in the city.
Hmm.
When it comes to alternative materials that will
Right.
perform better, we're very, we have some latitude.
Right, so wood and then, yeah, wood. Wood or
Yeah.
something that looks like wood, cause my project
Mhm.
manager does a lot of. Stuff and he's used to, materials that mimic wood but are not wood,
Like,
so yes,
Zag or
something.
Plastic lumber cut.
Exactly, something that is durable,
Mhm.
but it'll just be like a clean wood
Mhm.
look.
IFAS,
Yes,
and that would be the awning vertical.
yes.
And what would be the soffit?
The soffit's gonna be
Yeah,
like
wood
one
panel.
eye, it's gonna be wood. So it has a very nice.
Emulated in this
Yes. yes.
reference photo.
Yep. Adequate. So we're gonna have the pendant lights and then you're gonna have all the wood at the bottom.
So the base of the facade here is the ephes, but the awning is gonna be a wood.
No, the awning is gonna be ephes as well, just
Oh,
that
okay.
trim would be wood.
Yeah, the trim.
And underneath the awning would be the wood material as well, so just like where,
Like a.
yeah,
The
Okay,
soffit,
soft
yeah.
material. So there's the brackets, which is a bit of a mystery, because there's these
Yeah.
simplistic brackets on the existing.
Mhm.
Wondering what the design is. If we had an end view, we would
Right.
see what you're intending.
Oh, yeah, they mentioned that we're gonna design, to be honest with you, I understand what we're trying to accomplish. I mean, the way how I look at it, that was at the construction document level.
Mhm.
And we will design that. The only thing that we're gonna do now for the planning, we're gonna expedite that. So we're gonna do the design of the awning and brackets.
Mhm.
that level.
Mhm.
And then through that, we can come back and
Yeah,
give you
so
that more
If
detail.
you want, we can give some guidance as to what we would want to see. I'm
Yeah.
open to
Do you
suggestions.
see the brackets as being structurally necessary? Or are they a decorative
Decorative.
item?
No, they were, ideally, we didn't picture the awning with the brackets, but if structurally we're keeping them there. That's what was decided would be best.
So the answer is yes, because we don't know what is inside the wall. So it's interesting because, you know, when you come in, you're gonna start rehabbing that. You don't know what is in the wall, and
Mhm.
it will be more be play safe to have the bracket, knowing the amount
Okay.
of snow again that we get.
So the intent was to keep whatever's
Yeah.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
it could be. a
So we're
piece
gonna
of
keep the
steel
brackets,
wrapped in
we're
wood.
gonna have a more architectural
Mhm.
design.
But it will be wood.
Yes.
That'll be the look of it as well. Every detail
Mhm.
is just basically gonna be wood detail. We're keeping it very simple. So,
and the reason I ask is this, image here on the left of the other coffee shop. I like it without brackets.
we do as well.
I
That was
like
the
it- I
goal.
like it a lot without brackets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
this one?
Yeah. It's cleaner,
it-
Well,
it-
the brackets to me seem a little contrived. I just,
From the aesthetic point of view, I completely agree, but there's some brackets that could be very beautiful. I mean, the
is
way
there any
how,
way you could do?
the way how you execute it. The thing is, what I'm concerned is I don't want the customer to spend a lot of money, because if we go there and we open up and we don't have enough beef,
Mhm.
I have to, in order for me to support that structure, we have to do some type of, columns,
Yes.
put triple and bracket.
Can you investigate it and see what the condition is and then decide on the bracket, whether it's necessary?
We can investigate and see the impact it's gonna be from the financial point of view, because if we remove the brackets and we put it just in cantilever, we have to make sure that we have enough beef, meaning enough columns to support that overhang cantilever.
Mhm.
If not, we're gonna have a problem.
No,
Yeah.
I understand.
So I'm just trying to,
You might want to do a little selective
we
demolition.
may have to do a little
From
patching,
exterior.
and take my hammer.
We'll definitely
You're
investigate
gonna
it.
Have to be investigating.
I mean, we
other
have,
aspects.
oh no, we will have to, it just, we're not planning to do it now, but we have to.
Yes, we'll investigate it because we agreed we would like to do it without the brackets, but we decided to keep them
Okay,
structured.
I guess I'm saying keep an open mind, because it sounds to me like the building's gonna need a certain amount of demolition investigation, so.
Yeah,
Peeling back of what's there now, just to make sure you're comfortable with what you're working with, the
Mhm.
structure.
sure.
I'm just saying, keep an open mind.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. I acknowledge, but I have to say, I was looking into some corbels, and that's some beautiful corbels.
Oh, yeah.
That's some with some.
But again,
decoration.
it has to fit.
No,
You
I
know what
understand
mean?
that.
So
Yeah.
if the whole awning is a piece of casework, out there, the decorative
And that historical drawing that you have, you don't have any canopy or anything, any awning there, do you?
on
And
that.
the other, and the historical.
This was a kind of the same level you were at here.
Okay,
So, but this is what they had.
no, the other one, the other photo that you have.
Oh, that.
Photograph.
Oh, good question.
I don't think.
It's almost, you can almost not make it out. It probably mimicked this building.
Yeah, I know, I was thinking of that.
I got you.
You may want to decide to put a second floor on.
I really wanna match the historical aspect.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, I
stunted
think it's
growth
a
after
4x4.
you get that done, is what I was saying
Say
earlier.
it again?
Said that parapet,
Crazy.
I bet you I can't
I
look
was-
over the top of it, and
I
I'm
think that was very
6'4".
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's gonna-
probably very
yeah.
high.
Investigating.
The more we look
You
at
know
this,
how it is when you take out the parapet, you find all kinds of surprises.
Yeah.
no, but, this bracket that we're talking about looks more, as we more look at it, just a 4x4
Yes.
stuck down there.
It's very
You can pull that
modest.
off and probably
It's
nothing's
probably
gonna
doing
happen.
something structural though.
Maybe, but
It looks like
Okay.
around the corner, I have to say that it may be some columns, some level of columns on there. It's taking out that. I mean,
well, if you come back and
see
say,
the builder.
those are obviously,
Yeah.
put down into some structural columns, then we'll have to have a.
The other possibility, and hopefully the contractor won't kill me, is to do the brackets that are built into the soffit.
Mhm.
So it's
Mhm.
inside the
That's how I
awning,
would
so
do
it's hidden, right?
I can
So-
guarantee
So-
that.
So it can be hidden and then you go around,
Yeah.
but it's inside, inwards, built into. But I need to talk to the contractor because if that's gonna increase the price, I mean, you're.
And yeah, and the thing is, so for the planning aspects, we wanna, like, I'm just thinking of timelines.
Mhm.
Because we won't be hiring a contractor until everything gets approved. But to look into some of the stuff you guys wanna see, we would already have to have one. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's
Chicken and
kind of,
the egg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we won't, some of the stuff we won't be able to give you an answer for until we get in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
What I would suggest is if our desire is to have no brackets,
Mhm.
you could put a cover your ass note on there saying verify existing structure is adequate to support awning.
yeah. We can give two
And then-
options.
Yeah.
For sure, because like we said, we would like no brackets as well, but we can definitely, once a contractor is hired, look into it.
Okay,
We can look, let's do a little more research on that.
yeah, so
Yeah,
something to put on the list.
Mhm.
I
Um,
think you picked a good picture, 'cause this is very attractive.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did.
Just the massing of it and everything. I'm not talking about necessarily the size of the sign or anything like that. but
right,
just-
right.
Just having that box.
Yeah,
Box is simple,
Faber,
not trying to be anything.
yeah,
And
exactly.
the
That's,
barn and what's there now is trying to be something, which is.
That's like the Old West, Russell.
Yeah.
Somebody was thinking about the Old West.
gotta gamble.
Yeah, well, it's trying to
There are
be.
no horses out.
It's
front.
important.
It was no Western store, wasn't it?
Like
a Western store.
Yeah, it might have
Oh,
been
yeah, it
Fabric
was
Barn.
fabric.
So
So it was,
So
Maybe.
the
I have a
barn,
question now, the countertop,
Okay.
you got a height, the elevation rendering here. Got a 40-inch height counter,
Mhm.
it's gonna project out for stools. How is that gonna be supported? Is that gonna have brackets? Oftentimes at coffee bars or pass-throughs, there are brackets. That's a question I have.
Yeah, I, to be honest with you, I haven't got into very level of that detail.
Okay.
But now definitely, the reason why is because if you see the projection, that one is also projecting on the inside, so you have enough space. So even though you're gonna be, let's say that you have a lip, you have enough space on top of the wall and the inside to just put. the
right,
things.
so
Yeah.
it's. the
But even
same
though
count.
if you,
it's the same counter,
You
so
get a kid
the,
or something,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
suckers coming off.
one piece on both sides.
yeah, it's gonna be sits on both sides, but even though if I extend it, yeah, definitely it's gonna be
You need
brackets.
some kind of structural,
It's gonna be some type of brackets in
just a
there.
thought.
Yeah.
One other thing I wanted to also,
It would look nice too,
Right.
so.
But even,
Keeping it clean.
We didn't get to that level of detail, but
Yeah.
we
it
will.
looks to be like 12 inches or so that it comes out, or.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna ask too now, I love this awning. I love this thing. I've never really seen this before.
Oh,
The manufacturer is the same manufacturer that's doing fixed over at Chloe's, right? So when you look at that elevation, as your rendering shows,
Yeah.
the only real difference
yes,
per your rendering
Yeah.
is a countertop.
yeah.
Yep, that's
So
the
when you
difference.
look at that,
One is,
same manufacturer,
exactly,
Yeah.
it's fixed, and this one has probably got some spring load assist.
exactly, exactly.
It's
It has two, it has two, two sides, and then in the middle it's gonna bolt and then goes all the way up. On the other one, on the right, is gonna be fixed.
It's the same though.
It's the same size,
Manufacturer, same finish, same
same thing,
glass.
same finish. It's gonna look
Okay,
the
that was my
same,
question.
just
Yeah.
different function.
On the counter side,
Mhm.
I understand the seating on the outside.
Yep.
Is there gonna be seating on the inside?
Yes,
Okay, cause
so it'll be kind of like a table in the warmer months.
yeah, I went, I took my daughter when she was looking at schools down in Manhattan, and there was a place that had a really great name. BITE. Bite, okay? Be like a little restaurant, little teeny tiny,
Hole in the wall.
little tiny ones, literally a hole in the wall, because They just opened up the window
Mhm.
and the counter was there. Now, there was no seating on the outside. But
Mhm.
we were sitting there on the inside and people were walking by like, right?
Yeah,
And you could sit there and eat some simple food.
Yeah,
Bite and watch everybody go by. I was on like Third Avenue or something. It was absolutely transformative eating experience because it was great. The
Yeah.
people watch all you wanted
yeah.
and you weren't in the hot sun or anything, so.
similar
The
to
goal is to kind of make it,
Work
it's such a walkable neighborhood.
Mhm.
So people are coming in, people are coming out, people
Yeah.
are looking in, people are looking out. It's just like merging the inside and outside.
Yeah.
it's more like a European style, right, where everybody's sitting and all that stuff and.
Yep.
When
We
Anita
probably thought
came,
you were gonna get a lot of pushback here.
yeah, when she came and showed me that, presented that one, I thought that was a very great idea because it represents more like the urban
Mhm.
type of deal, the exchange where you have sitting outside.
And then the parties in the plaza, you're familiar with those, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's a whole other.
exactly. That, and I had that in mind and, I have a lot of ideas. It's just gotta get it
Well,
built.
that's
But I'm
kind of
all
late
for,
then.
I'm all for community events. I'm already thinking about like coffee and yoga and the lawn across the street. Like I already have all these ideas, so. I'm excited about the community that will come with it too.
My only cautionary thought is when this opens up, what that's gonna look like with the awning. You
Oh,
know,
it won't go out further than the awning.
They won't go out further than the awning, but I'm just. Cause there's a good foot and you have these pendant lights. I don't know if that's gonna work.
But the pendant lights are on the side though, they're not that level.
Well, there's this one right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's gonna go bonk. when
if
it
it's in the
opens up.
middle, yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah.
Unless the function also has all the inward, so it doesn't open to the outside.
If it goes inward, you will eliminate the issue.
That was my idea, that was to go to the inward. I didn't want, and they mentioned also that one at yesterday, so the other day meeting. About the fact that it opens to the outside, the risk is, so you're gonna bump it. My idea was when you open in the morning, you open inward on the.
Yeah,
inside,
then,
not the
and
outside.
these are gonna be custom windows, so
Mhm.
that's
Are you
the
going-
valid,
The place in Rochester?
no idea. We don't know, cause that.
There's one
once-
place in Rochester that.
Yeah, I actually been there and watched them make these windows.
Yeah, spec'd out.
But now-
We were
Yeah.
gonna spec out that one.
And the contractor will probably,
I think the window would probably might see less,
See the way they have labs too,
Mhm.
for the weather.
the window might have a longer service life opening inward.
yeah,
Yeah, because you wouldn't get all the
You know what I
weather.
mean, it's literally you're taking this window out of the weather, out of anything.
It would be better, did you say?
Coming
I think
inside.
so.
Yeah,
Because inside,
definitely.
'cause
Yeah, definitely.
Say on a windy day, you're
Yeah,
gonna get the little bit
Yeah,
of rattle or
definitely.
something.
And actually, there's a detail that I attached from the manufacturer
Mhm,
and it shows the function and it's inward.
mhm.
So it shows to the inward.
You know what those windows were inspired by is the place in Skinny Atlas.
Okay.
Yeah, and they asked to make those because they were historic windows that opened inward.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, it couldn't be done. And they figured out how to do it by doubling up the
Yeah.
dash weights.
So we'll just keep in mind that's gonna go inward inside.
yeah,
It's not bad idea, weather protection and
Mhm.
that resolves the issue, that concern that they had the other day about bumping into somebody.
to the window,
Oh, right, right.
If it can happen, it can happen.
yeah,
I mean, if somebody can do it, they can probably do it.
yeah.
But it would simplify the whole facade issue too.
Yeah, absolutely, I think that's a good
And then the
idea,
pendant
there's no
lights on the
reason.
outside make sense.
You know, the other thing now I'm thinking is aesthetically will look nicer to go on the inside, because if not, then you won't see. She wants to have all these wood, beautiful wood, run bys all the way,
Mhm.
like you say in the picture. If
Mhm.
you put that one open to the outside, you won't be able to see it. It's gonna block the view.
True, true.
So.
So,
look at the
okay,
inside. Big way.
but inside. Talking.
Yeah, so you won't be able to see this part here.
Oh, yeah. So if we
Okay,
mimic
okay,
that,
okay,
yeah, that would
okay.
really
Now
showcase.
it's gonna
block.
Yeah, so.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
on inside.
be careful when you show us a representative image. We might say, we really like that.
Alright, so.
So, I'll be amiss if I didn't bring up, Richard Green's request that we, look at the back facade. That was, you can see it from Pratt's Lane. And this is the back.
Yes.
So
Well,
it
I
came up
think
in the
it's a
planning board
different
meeting.
one.
What's that? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back facade.
there we go.
What's about?
I will say that I've already talked to my dad about it and he's not interested in touching the back until we're in business. And then hopefully business is booming and we can further evaluate what to do with the outside
There'd
situation.
be two reasons why you're gonna wanna think about it. One would be, right now with the single entrance, you're gonna be limited to a population of 50 inside, or 49. Because it's a single entrance. If you were to able to activate the back entrance, now you can have as many occupants as
Right.
the
But
square footage would allow.
so the thing is that we don't know what we would want to put there, whether it be a closed-in deck, whether it be a whole extension, like that would just be a whole other project for us.
Right,
Is it a code, are you saying it's a code thing for occupancy purposes that?
No, if they wanna
Yeah, it's an
increase,
egress, whether
yeah,
it's
if
usable.
they wanna increase the occupancy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we wanted to include that in this first like go at it, but we are already tackling so much that, and you know, business might demand different things, outdoor seating or an extension, and we just want to know before we tackle that too.
what I would minimally wanna see though is some logical. Addressing that window that hangs out in the middle of nowhere, even if it's just a little false balcony, a piece of railing, you kind of give it
it's
some.
Well,
blocked.
they have,
It's blocked now.
yeah, it's blocked, so it's not,
So if it's gonna stay blocked, and you're not gonna use it for egress, just have something that makes logical sense from somebody on that side of the building. Cause more and more, there's more foot traffic on Pratt's Lane, people use that to cut through. It is a visible facade,
right,
you know. And in fact, maybe, I don't know, if you want signage or something, but eventually that could be a second entrance.
yes, that's the goal eventually, but again, I just don't think it's something that we're going to
Ready
tackle
okay.
the first time around.
Maybe just sticking a piece of wrought iron or something to kind of, yeah,
Indicate that people
Indicate
can just walk
it's
right
not
out
just-
of it.
Oh, this.
yeah.
Yeah, I
that-
see
that
what you
goes
mean.
The
out.
door that goes nowhere.
The door to nowhere.
Well, you need to have a ladder in order to get in there, don't you?
Whatever. But
Yeah,
right now
I see what you mean.
well,
We
when
can
is that very tall?
definitely, we can definitely make it insinuated that that's not a usable door from the outside as
It
well.
wasn't mentioned that there was a previous application to replace a deck that had rotted
It has
away.
been approved, yeah.
Yeah, so that might, I haven't seen it, but that might be something I wanna look at.
Yeah, yes, it was approved and we wanted to go with that and run with it and get drawings for an outdoor area as well, but we just decided to,
Okay, maybe
maybe,
that's phase two.
hopefully,
But
yeah.
for now,
that's the hope.
I would wanna see at least a gesture.
Okay,
You know, it doesn't have to be expensive, just something that doesn't look like,
yeah, someone
It's
can just walk
dangerous.
right out,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bolted on both sides.
I hear you.
and I think that's what Richard was pointing to,
Yes.
because he was probably involved in the deck
He
issue.
was the codes officer at that time.
Yeah.
That was always a big safety concern for him.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
I suspect there was a deck there historically,
Okay, that-
and it
was
just
something.
rotted
So the
away.
grade fall toward the creek there?
Yeah, it does.
So
So,
it's a street level then, right?
And that's where the parking is for your shop too.
yes, taking what you said into consideration, that's not something that has to be included on paper, is it? With
Um,
the,
My suggestion of just putting something there temporarily, well, not temporarily, but
yes,
as a gesture to show that the door is safe.
okay,
I think I would want to see as part of the first phase.
okay,
The second phase, you can go all out, make a deck, have seating out there
I
and,
mean,
you know, it'd be wonderful.
in my mind, I think you can put something across that door that indicates what you want it to indicate in terms of non-functionality. But I wouldn't necessarily make it something that's gonna draw your eye to it.
yeah, definitely,
I'd make it very minimal. I mean.
Yeah.
I wouldn't,
Just paint it black or something.
or just maybe it's the same color as the door in the building. I mean,
Yeah.
it just gives you an indication it's non-functional.
Yeah,
You know.
The part that I'm trying to understand is, I understand from the aesthetics, is that
Mhm.
what you're looking for? Because,
Mostly.
because the safety, what it will be the safety is at the second floor level, you won't be able to reach that door.
Right.
And on the inside is blocked, so I guess you're looking for aesthetics that looks more like,
It looks like something fell off the building right now.
no, I understand that.
No.
Yeah, from the aesthetics point of view, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It can be some type of treatment. Yeah, like,
Other than that, you know. It looks like the board and batten is distressed. Is that gonna be Ephes as well?
no, we're
they're
not
not doing
touching the
anything
back right
touching
now.
on the back.
Again, I would. It needs to be addressed in terms of maintenance. Some of that wood is rotted. So it may just be a matter of a coat of paint. But you may want to take a good look at it and make sure that it's not gonna create problems.
Okay,
It is where all the weather hits,
yeah,
you know, so it's seen a lot of abuse
right.
by the weather. And I think that would take care of Richard Green, who's not here tonight.
Yeah.
His concerns.
Okay, I'm just curious, where will all your, in and out of supplies and garbage, how's that all gonna be?
So that garage below is,
Mm-hmm.
it's connected to our business by stairs door. So.
Oh,
that'll
the
all
side
be connected.
stairs, yeah, we
Yeah.
approved those.
Sorry, the
On the outside?
stairs, inside,
Oh, they
so,
are.
right where this,
Here, these,
yes.
oh,
right there.
okay,
There's
gotcha.
a stairs coming down.
Yep, so this, and then over here, it just mimics it downstairs, it's,
So you got all that whole basement for storage. and-
Yes.
Yeah, for
Yep.
storage and
Okay.
empty entrance and all that stuff.
Because I know on your other building, it's kind of an issue back there.
yeah, I mean, the trucks will be in the same spot.
No, I know that, but just in terms of garbage, it just seems kind of busy back there,
Yeah, definitely is busy back there.
just leaving it at the term busy.
Mhm.
But it seems like this one might give you better logistics.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Cause we could just go right in there. Mhm.
Yeah, the overhead.
So. Are we done with the back then?
Mhm.
Okay, oh, there's another one
You just took these photos, Craig?
this afternoon.
See how you want? Thorough, very thorough. Now I gotta go drive past that. Oh, it's dark, see?
No, you
I
don't
didn't
have to.
even know that was damage in the back. Thank you
Yeah.
for letting me know.
Did you get your drone out today? But
No. I was stuck in code class all day.
Right.
Not a fun day. It's beautiful weather and I'm stuck inside. So, okay. I want to make sure we covered all bases. I think there's a consensus on the general concept. You know, the garage door window, there's no pushback on that. I do want to revisit what Ron was saying about kind of the windows on either side.
Mhm.
I understand the desire to have more of a showcase window on the one side,
Yep.
but I wonder if it would be more logical just to kind of directly mimic it. So you got.
I thought I'd mimic it. It's the same design.
The
Well,
rendering
Not
shows.
really. The
Show
rendering
the
is.
same.
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
This,
His rendering
This is
looks the
fixed.
same.
it's the same. The only difference is this is fixed window, and this is copper wall. This is
yeah,
the
but
one that you can-
if you do this,
height difference.
Oh.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
it's
big
very simple
Explain that.
explanation, because you have here countertop, there's gonna be seating area. This one is just the sill, window sill,
bad.
different heights, different than the use. While you're gonna have a seating, the other one is gonna go to the sill.
yeah, I'm not,
I think the planning board kind of alluded to that line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's different intended use, one is gonna be
And
seating.
I hear what you're saying, but I would hate to take away, she utilizes that window space.
She,
okay.
Chloe's closet.
And I
And I would
measure,
hate to take away window
yeah,
space from her.
I measure her height, that's the existing height
What
that
the
she has
existing
right now.
height is.
That's the
Yeah,
existing
so
height.
it'll be the same size,
Yeah.
as it.
Took out that horizontal mullion. Just had.
That's why the difference, because one has a
Yeah.
countertop, the other one does.
Right, but,
To give it a little more symmetry,
Maybe.
I'm suggesting getting rid of this horizontal mullion here.
yeah, cause then it would be three
Three
panes
and
and then
three.
three
So you
panes.
wanna make the
It'll be
window
larger.
smaller?
No,
No.
I wanna save you money.
Just get the volume out.
Take the mulligan out.
Here
And
and
the
here, then you'll
proportions would be
you
better.
have the same number of
Okay,
lights.
so just, yeah, that's fine.
So the size of the window.
That's fine. I
is-
mean, we can take the
Okay.
mullion out.
It'd be three,
No problem.
Yeah.
three vertical.
It's no problem.
Okay,
I mean, it would
Yeah,
give
I
her,
think that
it would
mullion-
give her better visibility.
We'll
Yeah,
save more
yeah.
money.
Yeah, well, and now if you wanna spend money, you could, if you know, and my issue is that they're different, but they're so close, it's confusing visually.
Yeah.
So like, by taking the mullion out, it differentiates the two sides. Another thing would, this could be a shallow bay. So you would have a true window back.
Well, the whole idea was to try to
Technically,
make a symmetry though. Match the both sides though.
but they don't match. So you either match them or you do something different.
Well, it
What I'm
doesn't match
saying
in
is
height, but
this
matching.
Could be like that. So then here you have a counter that comes out 12 inches. Here you have a bay that comes out 12 inches. Just a thought.
And I think you're complicating the exterior.
I think we take the mullion. We're okay to take the mullion, the interior mullion. That's
Take the
fine.
mullion out,
Just take
that's
the mullion
obviously
out.
an easier approach.
Yeah.
But
Now, did you have any future thoughts on, well, you can't on the one side because of the, obviously the counter. So are we to assume there wouldn't be any window boxes and flowers or anything like that?
no,
Meat bangers for people.
Okay, just,
I had a question though. This is gonna be stone, the countertop, or some kind of
a granite of whatever.
the thing
you can see.
I have my shop, water gets under my overhead door
no idea on the
when
one
it
side.
rains,
Mhm.
which is an imperfection. When this comes down, there's a seal,
Yes,
and I'm just thinking out loud. if
I'm
we-
sorry, I wasn't.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about the water coming down, like when we get bad weather and it's 3 a.m. in February.
Mhm.
There's could be snow on there, water. Now I see this has got kind of a little threshold.
Mhm.
Is that something that you're gonna plan on? Because it's a level surface without a pitch. Water could wick underneath or weep
It would have to
under,
be a driving rain because you have the awning, it comes out.
True. but it is central New York. And
I think I see
It's a
what you're
thought, it's
saying.
just a
Yeah,
thought.
I think that because the weather, we need to minimize the amount of projection on the outside, because if you start making a slope within the surface, then your drink is gonna fall.
no, it wouldn't be pitched.
That's
But-
what we just talked about.
Would it be, this has a little lip here
It's
from.
gonna have a lip, yeah, it's gonna have a
Okay,
lip.
hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna
I
have a
think
lip.
that's a counter.
Greg just pointed out something. That's not a
It's a-
seal, it's a drop.
Yes.
It's a drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're accounting
It's
for it.
minimal, but it's enough to
Yes.
keep it from
Yeah,
going under.
yeah,
So that would be something you'd probably build in.
yeah. Or we can put a trim too. If it's the same surface, we can put a trim where it's gonna be sealed, it's gonna blend it.
I think that's the cleanest. look right
That
there.
does look clean.
We just with the president at different elevation.
Now,
Can do that.
what kind of material you're thinking about for the counter?
Wow, you're going far on that one.
Look at all the materials.
I would-
ideally, I mean, the counter, the counter,
What you wanna spend.
the counter inside will be wood. The tables inside will be wood. Anything mimicking wood is, we're looking to keep it super simple with material, but also,
Or cleanability.
yes, it could be another. Yeah, exactly. So that's something that I'm gonna have to talk over with my dad, but definitely something that we can include in the next set. of
That would be
drawings.
something, this is showing like a granite.
Yeah,
which is beautiful, and it
Wow.
is gonna be a focal point. So I
Yeah.
would say, give it some good
Thoughts?
consideration.
yeah,
That's
but
wood-
definitely,
Would stain, it would wear.
yeah. I mean, like wood, something wood representing, but we're not closed off to stone. It's something that I just have to discuss.
Yep.
Whatever it will be
Yep.
That's what,
neutral toned, and because it's already sticking out, we wouldn't want to draw any
But
more
remember-
attention to it.
Just speaking as a customer, I've got my plate of food, my food looks great. But if the wrong materials for this counter, and it's worn,
Yeah,
looks worn, my meal isn't gonna look as good.
yeah,
So,
no,
my-
that's definitely gonna be something we.
Because some restaurants, some of the best restaurants in Syracuse, they don't seem to have a good schedule on maintenance of their wood floors.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna name any, but there are some that were famous for floors that were beyond worn out. They look terrible. You walk in, the rest of the place looks great, but your eye goes to the floor and it looks abysmal.
Right,
And then you wonder about the rest of the place. when
Yeah.
You see that.
yeah.
the important thing here is, we can always analyze all that stuff, but,
Yeah.
we need to analyze, I always analyze the financial aspect of it.
Of course. But we're just throwing
Because
out our
the,
thoughts.
I mean, being a young architect, I remember our builder used to tell me, who's gonna pay for that? And it's true.
Well, we even haven't really.
Granite is expensive, you know that.
Yeah, we haven't talked about, some of the other aspects, but something that's a focal point is kind of worth
No, I
discussing.
understand that.
And worth really maybe
We
spending
can
a little
discuss
bit.
that detail, those details.
Go to like Roma Tile or something and you'll convince yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be frank with you. I don't think that we're gonna be to that level now that I know what you're looking for is, when we develop the canopy and all the connections and the way how the canopy is gonna work, then we can treat that, the bottom part, and determine more what will be those materials, the, little hanging, the little seal, all those
Mhm.
details at that level.
But that's what we'd be looking at and
Yeah.
this had the windows and doors.
And then we can talk to Rick about the price and all that stuff.
The
There is some composite
general.
that looks
Um,
like a granite and is not as expensive, and it's for exterior too.
The fiberglass exterior door, I would be fine in the back of the building for that. It would, but in the front, I worry that it's gonna look like a plastic or fiberglass door. Because when you presented it, you said it would be wood.
Well,
yeah,
it's wood, it's only the fiberglass, maybe it's only the trim, it may be a mistake there, that's a wood.
Okay, if it's wood,
That's wood.
that's different.
Yeah, that's wood.
Or if it's a high end,
No, everything
door
should be wood.
you would not be,
That's wood.
would be convinced that it
and
looks like wood or.
my dad and I are very set on real wood for everything, even though people are advising us against it for some aspects of things, we're willing to do the maintenance because we
Mhm.
know that it looks better, so.
No,
We're
if you're
we're not
going,
criticizing, we're just trying to,
No,
hey, yes.
absolutely,
just trust me.
Yeah.
We're reacting, telling you.
Yeah.
No, I understand,
If you're going to Rochester for the garage door window, they have a wonderful showroom to look at when they do real wood doors. And they'll explain to you the difference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they take a lot of care in their details. I was impressed,
Mhm.
and I'm hard to impress.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
Oh, that's what she wants, wood.
okay,
Most
but
of
that's
wood.
what we would be looking for
Yep.
in terms
Okay.
of submittal too. I know it was thrown together quickly in terms of the configuration. Yeah, it's good, but I've seen wood doors that are extraordinary.
And again, in the final,
Mhm.
whatever, we will have all the material that you're asking for, but. Until we get a contractor, they might have their own window or door people that they go through and whatnot, so I don't know if. We can get you functionality and material, but I don't know if we can get you the exact manufacturer or whatnot. Just because that's something that'll be dependent when we hire a contractor.
Right, but they're gonna have to realize that if we specify or we agree that it should be a wood door, you can't substitute
Just you put
a.
Yeah,
wood or
Home Depot
similar.
Special.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We're looking for all natural material anyway. As much as we can get away with using natural material in this climate, that's what we wanna
Mhm.
do, so.
One other thing I just wanted to mention, because it was mentioned at the planning board meeting, and that was where the ephes comes down to the sidewalk.
Yeah, she
And
has a
that's
detail.
detail that you could probably resolve pretty
Yeah,
easily.
right,
Yeah, we, to keep the
Mhm.
design that
Mhm.
we love and you guys love.
Mhm.
We're gonna get something to protect it at the bottom there that will be the same color as the ephes, instead of going through the cost and effort of
Yeah.
the wainscoting that was
It's
recommended.
a sheet metal, 6 inches high. That's gonna, it's gonna work as a seal, because that was a concern when the street is on the outside, you're gonna throw salt and all that stuff.
Well, when you say sheet metal, is it,
Well, it's gonna be,
Steel?
it's gonna be metal,
Steel?
it's not gonna be metal to protect. It's gonna be stainless steel, galvanized, yeah, stainless steel.
Oh, stainless steel, that's different.
Well,
That
some
would-
material that is gonna prevent any corrosions in the
Yeah.
ephes, because we know when you put all this out, and it's gonna be too close, so we're gonna go 6 inches and we're gonna put some metal there. Metal flashing, let's just call
Yeah.
it metal flashing.
If it is
And then it's gonna
be-
match, if I may say, it's gonna match the color of the ephes, so it's gonna blend in. But that's gonna be to protect there.
Okay, I'll mention what was mentioned at the planning board meeting, and that was if there was something that mimicked the limestone next door, that I think would be acceptable because your ephes is very close to it. So that may be an option, then you could use like a grace flashing behind that.
Yeah, Lisa already talked to her dad about.
I will
that.
say, we're not on board for that.
Okay.
We hear the concern and this is our solution. It's just the cost is more expensive and it's just not what we were.
If it
specifically
was-
looking to do.
Okay, if it's something like a coated stainless or something that will not.
Yeah, we're gonna stop the corrosion, but yeah,
Yes.
unfortunately, the brick and stone is gonna be way beyond our budget.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I was gonna suggest, it doesn't have to be a full dimension stone, it can just be a cladding.
Yeah,
But as long as you got the flashing behind it, you'll have the look and then the performance.
yeah.
So there's a choice there to be made.
Mhm.
A stainless product may end up being more expensive than stone though, just a face stone. So.
Yeah, that's what
look at
we
that.
spoke briefly with the contractor that the manager is gonna be doing this, and he will prefer, he provide a picture and then you can see that little seal in there,
Yeah,
metal.
but that looked, is it a black mastic or a black?
That's just an example
just an
of that
example.
being used. Ours would
Yeah.
be,
It's no finish, but it's just because they have the little tape that they take it out, but that's a metal.
it would be as described in that box that's on the diagram.
Okay.
So things won't wick up either.
Yes.
It'll be wicking up into between the layers of the
Yeah,
sheathing and so on.
I had a facade, same, redevelopment money type of thing in Syracuse, and it was a landmark society. They insisted it had to be wood.
Mm.
I wanted to use a vinyl carpentry or something that wouldn't rot. Like, no, it's gotta be wood. And I said, you realize this rotted out, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah,
And they said, yeah, but, we want wood, and we are not like that. We really wanna see you have something that's gonna last,
yes.
a long time.
Mhm.
So that we're looking at both performance and aesthetic.
yeah, the aesthetics, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the original concern that I have on that one, yeah, we understand the ethos, we don't want the ethos to get corroded and all that stuff, but also the aesthetics.
Mhm.
And the only way how you can accomplish that one is to blend in with the ethos, so. Same color.
If it goes back a little bit, I don't see it has to be in the same plane,
Yeah,
this way, if there's water running down the ephes, you could create a drip.
so it's on trip H and that one. It could be like that, you also like, well, actually, it's gonna be like that because when you create the ethos, you're gonna be popping out, it's like a pop
Mhm.
out, so.
Yeah, so you may find that it's
Some
easier.
counter flashing and some flashing with whip holes in case that they trap some water coming
Mhm.
down.
Mhm. The ephes manufacturer will have a water managed system that you're gonna have to follow.
Yeah. there's some-
Otherwise, you're opening yourself up to liability.
Yeah,
Um, You're old enough, you remember all those lawsuits.
Yeah, I remember all the Magna standards. I still have my books.
Yeah.
New generations, they don't use books anymore. I have all my Magna books because I was doing a lot of sheet metal, so.
Yep.
They don't.
Okay, so, thank you for addressing that.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I'm running out of stuff to bring up, so is there anything else we haven't talked about? The material on the surface, right now it's concrete going all the way up, and I was a little confused by the
The concrete.
plan, you had a hatch there.
So I just want to clarify, this is
Yeah.
just a graphic representation because she still was selecting the materials
Mhm.
that she wants. This was just a graphic representation. The awning goes all the way 2'6". That's the
Right,
awning.
so is it gonna
And
be
this,
just?
all this is gonna be the flagstone here that she has.
Oh, flagstone,
Yeah, it's
okay.
gonna be all flagstone here,
Mhm.
all the way here,
Mhm,
which is matching the projection of the awning.
mhm. Okay,
Here's the property line and then it's your sidewalk. This way.
and that was.
Where's the sheet for the flagstone? You take
Right here.
Yes.
Oh, that,
that one.
oh, yeah, okay.
It's in the handout.
Mhm.
I apologize because she still was selecting the
Well, I
materials.
could
and I
tell it
was-
was just a
and
hatch.
it was just a graphic representation. In the heat of the night, I put it
Yeah.
like that, just to represent there was something, some type of finish,
Mhm.
earth finish. But then when she selected, I'm gonna go back to the design, I'm gonna put all the square hatch,
That would be nice.
It's not uncommon for applications to bring in samples,
Yeah,
like
we talk
from the
about that too.
manufacturers and so on, if you wanna, it happens all the time.
Yeah, no, I
It's
used to.
helpful.
I used to go a lot of work for the school districts and I would come back with all my I hate it.
And most recent application actually had a full light fixture.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
And yeah, once we saw it, it was like, okay, now we understand the level of quality
No,
and what they're trying to accomplish, and it was an easy.
I'm sure we can get some samples, but with more time.
I will look into it.
Trust me, you're gonna want to see it, because then you'll know what works together.
Yeah.
You know, and the stools themselves, you're gonna think about, well, you wanna have it that it doesn't walk away, or you gotta bring them in at night, little
But we
things like
painted
that,
there.
yeah.
Well, you've been dealing with that at the restaurant, right?
Yeah, we've, nothing has been taken so far.
Well, you had some stools that blew away
Did we?
in the front. I remember.
Mm,
I remember a couple years ago, there
those
was
metal ones.
real
may-
windy days. There were some that were knocked over and
Oh, yeah, I can,
real.
I can imagine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a wind quarter
Mhm.
through there, so,
Yeah.
but this will be, I don't think it will be quite as bad. Okay. Any questions for us? I
No,
don't,
thanks for your recommendations. History is a passion for me, as you guys know. I taught history in the School of Architecture for 5 years, and
Mhm.
I love history. So I really thank you and thanks for doing all this. I appreciate it, but
what I don't think we've changed too much. We want you to
No.
address the
we will.
building
we
next
will.
door, the signage, get some more detail on that.
I will
Maybe
say,
name.
I don't think I will have a name or signage by next month, just because we're,
You could just say signage and then give us a description of the font and the size and have it for the next door as well. Just allocate it.
it would just be a representation because that they're a separate entity, so I don't know what font they would
Planning
submit to the
board,
town or.
planning board is only focused on square footage. We're focused on color and aesthetics and the font.
Mhm.
Um,
On the street.
yeah,
But
She goes to apply for a sign permit.
that will be a separate meeting, right?
that can be a separate approval,
Right.
but you want to make it easy for yourself by saying, we already figured
Put
out
the space there.
this, where it's gonna be.
I would love to do that, but I'm telling you, it might not happen because the way that my dad and I are going back and forth about names and I don't want to choose a font without the name, so I think that I'd rather just have a more complete application than try to come up with something last minute. So I didn't submit a signage application because I didn't want to just give you half of information. So I think that, once the time comes, I would like to come back for approval on that.
We meet once a month and there's nothing like a deadline to get things done.
Second Wednesday.
The other opportunities.
Yeah, and there'll be other opportunities, but I think we can get very close with the next iteration. I didn't see anything here that was a showstopper.
Yeah, we'll fix those things. Very, very good comments. Thank you.
Yeah, I think some were good, some were just.
Yeah, just,
sounds.
I put this drawing just you understand 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the application came in for the restaurant. We were doing the same thing,
Mhm.
and you took some of our thoughts to heart. And I think it turned out very successfully, because the restaurant that was there before your parents' restaurant. The blinds are always closed,
Oh, yeah.
always. So it looked like a dead building,
Yeah,
and we emphasized. Open it up, let's see.
yeah,
And that encouraged the seating in the front. So we encouraged that interchange with the streetscape,
right,
and it turned out great.
yeah.
And that was just some stuff that we started chatting about.
Mhm.
So we're just trying to,
No, that's fine.
we're trying to help.
I mean, those are very.
Yeah,
very
I
good
think the
comments.
window opens in. I think the window's a great idea.
I like it.
We'll make it, the mechanism work.
Yeah.
It's really gonna help activate the street,
Yeah,
the
It's
streetscape.
a great spot.
So, you know,
It's a great zip code.
yeah. We'll go back and revisit and kick it back and forth for your recommendations and also
Mhm.
with in mind of the perspective on the financial aspect, the monetary aspect, how much is gonna cost this and what you think.
you know, we're not here to make you spend money. We're here to make sure you make good decisions.
I understand that. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm assuming we're coming back next month, right? Cause things are still up in the air.
Tune it in like we just suggested.
We go
Yeah,
hand in
next
hand,
month
we'll
I could
probably
see
do
this.
with the other.
Yes, my concern is
Mhm.
when we get to the planning board. I just wanna make sure we can get approval from them without the approval here, cause I understand your meeting comes after theirs. And really, we would like to get approved for usage because all the stuff we're doing in the front isn't coming for a long time.
Mhm.
So we really can't get any operations going inside at all without, I just wanna make sure that
If you were to
these
take an
can,
informal vote on what's being proposed, you have no
Yeah,
opposition. And it is
We-
what it sounded like to.
we actually, I think, celebrate the concept. We wanna see some more detail.
Mhm.
I wanna see more details.
Yeah, particularly on how the facade as shown will reflect to the building adjacent. And if this has to change, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
It will make sense.
Okay.
Like to get more specificity on the materials and the detailing, like we just talked about at the base.
Mhm.
Removing this mullion so that
Yeah,
there's
the mullion.
continuity
Okay.
and better clarification on the wood doors.
Okay.
That would, I think, will go a long way. Signage, we're just looking for indication of a solution. And we can worry about the logistics of square footages and color and all that down.
To me is
So with
the,
this, I'm sorry to
I'm sorry.
interrupt, to answer your concern. The planning board, I think will have enough, I believe, as far as these exterior choices. That you wish to make for the remodeling, to make a decision. Because you're gonna be going back to them with a lot of the modifications. that They
Yes.
talked about as well as them. So
yes,
I think at that point, they will be able to. At least make a decision in conjunction with approving the special use permit. That's our ultimate goal, so that we can at least get that.
Mhm.
yeah,
But the site plan details kind of go hand in hand
Hand in
with it.
hand.
So that's why I wanted to at least give her maybe it's informally, but an assurance that I think. You're in a good place, that the planning board shouldn't be. Held up by making a choice, because they could make it contingent on their final approval too.
okay,
Yes, both boards. If you had this sheet that just shows the planimetrics, a second sheet that shows the facade and then a section through the facade, I think that will seal the deal.
okay,
okay,
No, all the parts and pieces are here. We just gotta,
yeah.
put it into
Three
focus.
tweaks, tweaks on the sign versus the signage for the lighting for the signage,
yes, yep,
kind of tweaks.
I'm a little confused on the transom now that I'm looking at it, but I'm sure you'll find an appropriate transom.
Yeah,
And these, this is all live streamed, so you can go to the website.
Yeah.
I don't know if the written minutes are up anything, but if you
And even if you
forget something or
okay, we
You
can go
want
back and
re-
replay it.
you want to pick up something that you might have missed or forgot, you can always do that. It's kind
Okay,
of
well,
cool.
thank you.
Then
The
eventually,
Fayetteville,
They've
Village
got
of Fayetteville.
the whole website.
okay, all right, that's good. Thank you.
You gotta hunt for it a little bit. Look for a live stream meeting.
I will.
Sometimes in the middle of
Just to
the.
refresh my memory.
Select.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I'm
Oh,
very
nice
excited.
meeting
Looking
you.
forward. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
all right,
I don't think you had any other business, but the festival, I don't know
Festival.
how much. Right.
Well, you can tell us how important that is. We need to get our stuff
Well-
together.
No, it's up to you, guys. You have a table, table reserved, so I'm assuming you're still planning on being there.
I'm gonna be there, but I also have to share time with the Fayetteville Climate Action Committee.
Which, Matt mentioned, so I think the tables will be near each other in
Yeah.
some fashion.
Yeah, so because
Basically,
that's a
Manning
committee
is
of
supposed
four
to
and
be
this
2
is,
to 5 kind of a thing.
yep, 2 to 5. I may not be there to set up, which is kind of an issue.
I can help with that.
Yeah, if you can swing by and pick up the banner and a couple other things, that would be great, because I have another event I have to. It's supposed to end at 2. Everything's happening that day. I don't know if you realize.
Every year, let's say, do
Yeah, it's open farm days. It's the Matilda Gage.
you have to be at all these?
No,
Okay,
it's also my church retreat, which ends at 2.
I don't know how you do it, all your schedule is always packed.
that's why he has an electric car, it's very fast,
And
very fast.
make it turn invisible and I can get wherever I need to be. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great.
Right, you're not planning.
I'm not sure. I'll have to check with Lynn. My
Do I need to
my
call Lynn?
social- My social director. Well, I almost didn't make it
Well,
here
Lynn
tonight.
can, yeah,
She had something going on medically and we canceled it. Not so I could be here tonight. But I'm here.
um,
Alright, so. Do you have anything else you guys need?
if Jane's watching, we wish you well, get well soon. And, same for everyone else that's been sharing colds and flu. I'm trying to remember, was there one other thing? No. Nothing that we can't wait till next month. We've been here long enough. Anything else? If not, motion to adjourn?